Welcome back. You're still watching Breakfast Central. Now you're watching Trendwave. A popular Twitter user simply known as Daniel Rega has taken a swipe at Davido, who is a Nigerian musician, via his Twitter handle. He urged Davido, who just made an online return after his trailblazing World Cup performance, to pay up the 20 million naira he owes before anything else. In the post, Daniel Rega urged Davido to pay up his debt before releasing his proposed album. Now, that's the post by Daniel Rega. Anyone who's on social media or on Twitter knows how Daniel Rega goes about his post. Now, according to what we know, Davido put out a post on March 16, 2022, stating that he was giving out 20 million to 20 people with business ideas or startup ideas. And you know what they say about the internet? The internet never forget. Now, that's a post by Davido. It says, country hard right now, Sha. Let's give 20 million naira to people on Friday. Send in your business ideas or startup ideas. More details shortly. And of course, people went ahead to, make responses to this. And people are saying, you know what? You have not still received this 20 million naira that you have said. However, this didn't sit well with many Davido fans, as many are really hurt by this comment by Daniel Rega. Let's take a look at their reactions. That comment is from loveday_Colombian. And it says, God for leave this particular Daniel for Lions Den. Oh, Aragbala Daniel. That's a mean one from Loveday. Constance here says, why are you always so concerned about the 20 million? Did he promise you the money? You're always talking about the money. If you have vested interest in this money, let us know. And that's in local parlance by Constance Head. Let's take a look at more remarks on this story. Goodly Heritage Property says, if he promised and things didn't work out as planned, will you crucify him? Of course, we know that Davido has had lots of things happen, lots of unfortunate incidents happening to him. He lost his son and so many unfortunate things. So I think it's a bit insensitive to be asking for something like this at this time, because people can make. Nobody asked him to make this promise. So if he decided to, leave it aside for a while, people definitely need to accept that. That one's from the Altar Infinity guy. It says, Daniel, if this was how you followed up politicians after they made the promise, they would have been fulfilling their promises. Also, you don't know whether Davido has fulfilled this promise or didn't post it. No shades. And that's how Daniel always ends every of his posts, with no shades. Now, that is from Samuel. Samuel says, I feel like you also proposed your business idea, because that's why you're still paying that money never came out. That's according to Ugochukwu. Well, that's how people are reacting to this story. Now, go on to another controversial story where Nigeria's controversial clergyman, Chukwuemeka Ohanemere, popularly known as Prophet Odumeje Ndaboski Baose, as he often is called, has said that he has completed his work on earth and will die soon. Now, the founder of the Mountain of Holy Ghost Intervention and Deliverance Ministry made this known during service in his church. He also said he has handed everything over to his first son, David. He went on to say, I've called my little son King David, and I told him that very soon, I, your father, will leave. You must take care of your brothers and your mother. I came to this world for a purpose, and that purpose has been fulfilled. I have finished my earthly ministry, and I will leave soon. Now, this has led to many people, many controversial remarks on the social media street, and we'll take a look at some of them straight away. Sophie says, my grandmother said the same thing more than 10 years ago, and she's still alive. She was even sharing her properties, but Granny's still there alive, even as I did type this comment. I wonder where Sophie is going with this. Let's take a look at more comments. Danny Davinto says, the problem is not about finishing your purpose. It's about the other powers you have not used. Who are you going to leave them for? You have only used Baose. What about the remaining ones? That's from Danny. IO Cakes and Chops says, people and their vile comments. You never know if this man is suicidal or dealing with depression. If anything happens to him, you start giving motivational speech on mental health. That's telling people to pipe down with their comment. INC11 says, since many of you know it and don't want to say it, let me say it. The number of years that they gave him in that court is finally rounding up, and he knows it. That's why he's telling us these things. Baba is just prepping for the inevitable. And that's according to INC11. And those are the comments to the stories on social media. I think they're pretty interesting. Let's start with the one of Daniel Rega and Davido. If Davido comes and says, oh, I made this, I want to do this for a certain number of people. Nobody asked him for it. So if he says, I'm going to do this for this number of people, and he didn't give a timeline, Does Daniel Rega really have the right to call out Davido, telling him, you know, don't release your album until you are able to fulfill your promises? Does he really have any right to do that?